To give us the answer to put it over the top, Mr. Young of Alaska.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I can't really top what's been said, but I'm the only real representative of the Arctic in Congress. I say it with a great deal of pride. I live above the Arctic Circle, and Alaska has made the United States an Arctic nation. I think that's crucially important. What's been said here is by both you and the ranking member that this is our waters, 200 miles out for shore, and then it becomes international waters, and there's where the interests of China and Russia, and actually there's 5 nations involved, and we're 5th of the 5 being, involved. And as far as Admiral Papp, this is not your fault. It is Congress's fault. It's hard to get Congress to concentrate on what is necessary for the future. They have no vision as far as the need and the necessity of the Coast Guard involvement because of the Arctic. The shipping route has been mentioned, the icebreaker necessity, and we'll be able to, I believe, in the near future, be able to ship things much cheaper with that route than you would with the Panama Canal. When you look at the cost of fuel and such, but we sit here and we can argue about the Coast Guard capability. I was involved in the funding of the first, the 3 Coast Guard icebreakers we had, and they're wore out. And they're really not heavy icebreakers. They're, I call medium icebreakers, not heavy icebreakers. I think we have to look at all aspects of getting icebreaking capability, including leasing, and I'll say that again and again. Buying, if we can get this Congress to recognize it, but this Congress has to come to the plate. We would like to get a recommendation from this administration and future administrations, and the past administrations failed us too. And so this is very, very important. We're supposedly the most powerful country in the world, and yet we're neglecting the one, I think, bright spot, because I know in my state we have tremendous potential for minerals and necessary things that we're importing now that have been locked up because of the ice, and consequently now it will be free. But we need the navigation capability. As the Admiral, because of the closeness to the pole, a lot of GPSs don't work correctly. There's a lot of other problems in navigation, and we have to start looking at that whole program. And as far as I know, there's no oil spill that knows the borders. And China's involved, Russia's involved, Canada's involved, Iceland's involved, and they're drilling in the Arctic, which in fact, if they had a spill, with no safeguards at all. And that could, and it'll cross into our borders and potentially do us great damage. So I think we should be more aggressive, Mr. Chairman. I compliment you and the ranking member and the interest not only in the Arctic but the Coast Guard, but the Congress as a whole. You mentioned Coast Guard and they roll their eyes. And I think that's so very, very unfortunate, because the Arctic is the future of this nation. So I look forward to the witnesses today and get some reports from them, and urge both the admirals and the Coast Guard to come out with a program. And if you can't do it, we should be able to do it as a Congress, and I expect the chairman to help us do this, and then get our leadership to understand, if we're going to go ahead and cut back on the military, let's not be cutting back on the Coast Guard, because that'll be the active, as they have been in the past, the active unit of our military that's working constantly, not only for search and rescue, but for the development of our resources. With that, I yield back my time.